What's up, Radicals fans, and welcome to the Radicals' best race of the year, where our fast Frenchie, Jeremy Bouteloup, came from starting 29th in the grid after a shitty qualifying to finishing in the top 5 at Spa in the iRacing World Championship.
Getting set to go racing here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Lights are out. The car's all storming down into turn number 1 for the first time. Look at Jeremy Bouteloup. He's on the right-hand side there. A barnstorming start by him as the cars all funnel down into that towards the tightest corner on the racetrack. Bouteloup gets a very good start there. A couple of cars off track, and now we go on board with Bouteloup in the Radicals machine as it's going to be too wide as they come down into Eau Rouge. Can it make it stick on the right-hand side? The answer is going to be yes. That'll be another position there for Bouteloup as the car's off track. That will give another position up to him as he works himself now down towards the camel straightaway. Going to go 3 wide always there. Who's going to be the better driver here? You've got Lopez on the right-hand side. Bouteloup gets out of it for the time being. Car along the right-hand side of him as they funnel down through Lecombe. They're going to make that right-hand flick and work themselves down into Rivage for the first time in this race. But what a start by all of these drivers, and Bouteloup already up in an absolute ton of positions as he's working on the inside of Thiago Alvaro right now as he comes out of Rivage, and that will be another position as he now comes down the hill towards Pua. Back on board with Jeremy Bouteloup. He's trying to work with Jason Lovett. Late pass down to the inside. Car off on the racetrack. Somehow manages to get the job done. We've got another car spun around there. That was Paul Lilbrink up in the air. Also Daniel Lopez, with all the drivers ahead of them, just about able to get through it. Bouteloup right now, you see he's working the cars are 2 wide ahead of him. Spin on the racetrack. Bouteloup somehow able to get past, and that was a huge moment there. And Christian Lorente there getting a little bit sideways on that run down into Rivage. Bouteloup somehow just able to avoid it.
Pablo Lopez is now back into the top 10. He's got his teammate Jeremy Bouteloup actually closing up on him just a little bit. Bouteloup last time by a 149.974. Compare that to Pablo Lopez's last lap at 150.7. Bouteloup is charging right now, Marius. And both Lopez and Bouteloup want to try and get past Iker Hapara as quickly as possible. If they're lucky, they can possibly both do it as they run down into Lecombe on the next lap. They need to close up, however, before they get down into the bus stop chicane. You can just see the speed that these cars carry. And then this huge, big braking zone. I see Lopez going to look down to the inside and he try and go down as well. Bouteloup almost touches there. Andre Borgia, that is very close between Bouteloup and Borgia. I think there was just the tiniest of taps between those two drivers. Indeed, there was. But Bouteloup was able to get through that unscathed, and both the Radical cars was able to get past.
Jeremy Bouteloup in 6th, Ilka Harpala 7, Atsi Kirchhoff in 8, Patrick Cotavara in 9, and Matthias Egger completing the top 10. If you're wondering where guys like Pablo Lopez, Yoni Termele, Simon Cattell, they have all retired from the race, as well as Max Del Orco, Alexia Loma, Daniel Lopez.
Meanwhile, we're going to turn our attention to Iker Hapara and Jeremy Bouteloup right now. Bouteloup scored in the 6th position, Iker Hapara scored in 7th. And it looks to say that Hapara is trying to close up to Bouteloup. He's got a very good car in the first sector of the lap, has the Orion Racing car. But the Radical car of Bouteloup is a lot stronger in sectors 2 and 3, Marius. And what this means that Hapara just can't get close enough to try and make that pass.
Yeah, he really can't, and it's the same for all the drivers in this grid. You need to get close to get the pass done. Sounds logical, but it really is. I mean, you're not going to get the pass done from 2 or 3 car lengths away, and especially on a track like Spa, where you got much opportunities to get the slipstream, you need to be very close, as both of the cars are braking heavy and braking late for the turn coming up. Talking especially about Lecombe, La Source and the bus stop chicane. So you're not going to get any pass done by just plunging down the inside, as we've seen on other different tracks here. And that's just going to be the majority of the passes being made by mistakes, and by mistakes of your fellow competitors ahead of you. But you're still going to get lucky maybe if you're just close enough. You're going down the inside, and a little bit of an issue for you or for the driver ahead, and there's a position switch coming up.
But meanwhile, Jeremy Bouteloup over Iker Hapara This time, it looks like Iker Hapala is going to be a lot closer. He's going to at least have the chance to try and dart to that outside line. He will, in fact, do so. In fact, he could have actually gone down to the inside there. Now they're going to be side by side. Hapala, will he get that job done? They're going to be side by side into the corner. Side by side for the second part of it. Of course, however, Bouteloup will have the inside line to the next part of the corner. And he touches there with Kirchhoff. So Kirchhoff might have a tiny bit of suspension damage there. But Kirchhoff is sat there waiting. Very quickly, Jeremy Bouteloup on the last lap of the race is closing down Jake Sturgis. Sturgis might be a little bit light on gas. Can Bouteloup make that pass into the last corner? He's going to slow it down the inside. If he can just keep it on the brakes, yes he will. Jeremy Bouteloup will tip the top 5. He gets a little bit of a tap actually there on the exit of the corner from Jake Sturgis. Sturgis falls down into the 6th position, but Jeremy Bouteloup, a top 5 finish for him. And what a way to cap off his race.
What a race, oh my god. Amazing performance by Jeremy Bouteloup, coming from 29th in the grid to finish in the top 5. Really good overtake on the last lap, on the last corner, on Jake Sturgis. Did you see what he did after the finish line? What do you think? Well, leave the comments below, thumbs up if you like, and please subscribe to the Radicals channel. Are you radical enough?